2 more attorneys this week, Chad.
Nice. How did they came to you, or you outbound?
Outbound through referrals in the market. And I'm just using that same question to almost everybody I meet, which is, who is your trust attorney? If they say, well, I don't have one, then I say, well, I've got somebody you need to talk to. And if they say, hey, I've got Bob Smith over in Alexandria, I say, great. Do you like him? Yes. Okay, great. Is it somebody you think I should be talking to about our services? Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, great. And you put me in touch with them. Fantastic. Great. And then once they do either a short little text and put us on the text chain, I just say, hey, Bob, great to meet you. I'd love to come over and just make a personal introduction, and off and running.
Best question ever. You guys, if you didn't write that down, you need to write it down. Like in your sphere of influence and your day to day, who's your trust attorney? If they don't have one, guess what? They are the referral. If they do have one, they're going to give you the referral. So it's a perfect question. Like you win 100% of the time, right? Like you either get a referral to a trust attorney that somebody in your network already trusts, or you reveal that they don't have a trust attorney, so they become a referral for a trust attorney you already have a relationship with. It's brilliantly simple and extremely effective. That's awesome, Brian. So have you met with them in person or just phone calls so far?
Everybody I met with in person. I have one that I met with yesterday, and I have one that I'm meeting with on Thursday.
That's great. And how many transactions, like what do you have in the pipeline now you've been at it for a couple of weeks? I mean, how many deals in the pipeline?
I've already met with, it'll be 12 attorneys this week. So it'll be 12 here in the greater DC area. And I have 3 deals out of it already, but everybody is interested in EstateExec. So when I go to talk to them, and I think I shared this with you, when I go to talk to them, my background being in technology, I just say, hey, I'm, Brian Wilson, great to meet you, blah, 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 tell me about your business. Tell me the one thing, if I could take off your plate, what would it be? And, it just kind of starts a conversation. I say, well, having a background in technology, we have a partnership with EstateExec, and it just goes from there. Most of them are like, oh, I've heard something, software coming in or technology coming in, we're just not really, focused on that. And I say, don't worry, you don't have to be. That's where I can help you and help you with your administrative drag. And they've never heard anything like that before.
I know. And
so when you start to say it, not that their eyes glaze over, but you walk in and it's an interesting dynamic. I would just say this. It's an interesting dynamic because you're walking into their territory where they are the experts. And I know originally, I kind of felt, a little sheepish, like, who am I? You're the big attorney. I'm the little real estate guy. Now, when you start to say, hey, I'm partnering with this, with a technology firm, all of a sudden they are not the expert anymore. And the minute that they are not the expert, it's like, I can't remember what, you had some story a couple of weeks ago, Chad, where, there was this big guy who came up to you, who's going to pop you for something, and you turned him around very quickly. That's exactly what happens with these attorneys. The minute that you begin to talk anything outside of their sphere of expertise, you can see them start to kind of sit back a little bit. And then that's where you step in. And the area of expertise that we have is different than the area of expertise that they have. And once you realize that you're on the same level with somebody that's an expert in their field, you're an expert in your field, it just makes the conversation go much easier. And they almost automatically believe that you are a trusted advisor in what you do. And it makes it easy for them to then begin to refer business to you. And then I just keep them on a little, hey, just calling to check in, see how things are going, this, that, and the other. And so that's kind of how I've been doing it.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for always being willing to come back and share what's working and really be a great example of how simple this can be and how effective it can be. Sal, you might want to get on Brian's calendar instead of mine. Like he's the one that he's lighting up Northern Virginia, man. Larry had, or excuse me, Alan had asked what product is Brian talking about. So what we were talking about, Alan, is the EstateExec software. It's an estate management software that we actually offer to you from within the Earn course. So we actually send a letter to the consumer offering them a free tool, which is a multi-million-dollar piece of software that it's a $200 public license. But we actually have a deal where you can get that license for $85, buy it on their behalf if they're a serious prospect or already a client. And then the whole point of that is to take, instead of taking a stack of papers and a confused individual into the initial with the attorney, they're actually going in with everything electronically filed and organized. And knowing the attorney knows that they're your client, they come in as the best, the best prepared first meeting client they've ever had. So it's a consumer value tool, but it seems to be even more valuable on the attorney and the one that's receiving that client referral. It's also something that even if they already have an attorney, if they've already engaged, if their attorney refers them to you, you can get them off paper. If somebody managed estate, it usually is like literally stacks of paper and folders in the front in the car seat, and the clerk will ask for something. And they're like, I don't know, it was here a couple of days ago. I remember seeing it, and there's all this stuff. So it adds value all the way around. It's more valuable to us, to the attorneys, to the consumers. So it's called EstateExec, and that's available within the Earn course. You can sign up for a 10-day trial and try it out, take it for a test drive.
And Chad, just one other thing about that test drive, you can sign up the attorney for a test drive.
Yeah.
And that's when you tell them, hey, I'll give you a free 14, well, I forget what it is. I'll give you a free trial to the software. And when you walk out of there, you just go back and you sign them up, you send them the link, and then that gives you the immediate opportunity to then follow up in a week or two and say, hey, just wanted to touch base with you. What'd you think?
And I think all of them expect, oh, this is going to be some half-assed tool, some checklist. But then they get in there and realize it's state specific, that an actual attorney in Maryland or Virginia or DC has actually put step by step the DC process, the Maryland process, the Virginia process. So it shows really well, like a lot of effort and has gone into that piece of technology. So I think the expectation is pretty low, but then they get in there and they're like, oh my God, an attorney must have built this. It's because an attorney didn't write the code, but he designed the software, right? Well, awesome, Brian. Thank you so much for sharing. Always being here to stand as a great example for these guys.